The chosen one is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. The last time you guys heard from me, it was after that Night of Champions pay per view, and I was a little upset. Excuse me one second. Turn off my cell phone because people want to be calling me and all that stuff. Anyway, excuse me, sorry about that. Last time you guys saw me was during the Night of Champions pay per view, and I was very upset about what happened with the John Cena and Alberto Del Rio. It sunk in for a little bit. Accepted it. I always accept what happens. I may be pissed off. I'm not gonna apologize for anything I said. I'm not gonna take back any of my statements because that's how I felt. Moving forward, right now I'm just going to cover briefly what's going to happen with the pay per view tonight, Hell in a Cell. Um, and for the record, I do not like this whole pay per view, three pay per views in the span of 5 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever it is. It's really rushing. I don't understand the thing behind it. If they have too much time in their hands, or is it spacing with time and but they need to do a better job of booking their pay per views because in 2 weeks we have another pay per view called Vengeance. People are not going to want to order. People are not going to want to sit down. I understand that they have to build up to Survivor Series. There's a long gap between that, but we shouldn't have to be paying for three pay per views in the span of like 5 or 6 weeks. It's ridiculous, and we shouldn't have to be doing that. But beside that, we have a pay per view tonight, and the big let's do it. We're going through the card. We have again Beth Phoenix versus Kelly Kelly. Uh, when this storyline first started, I was very intrigued. I was very interested about it, but just looking at it now as it's progressed along, I don't see completely where they're going, so I really don't care. Out of all the four of us for the PWS, I'm usually the one. Jay and I are usually the ones who kind of are fighting for the Divas to see something with the Divas division. But with this storyline, I really at this point I really don't care. I can probably take a bathroom break or do something else or edit break, edit something for Spotlight during this match because I really don't care. The next match we have Christian versus Sheamus. I kind of like their feud. Both of them are pretty good wrestlers. It would be interesting to see where that goes. I kind of see Christian coming out with the win. Yeah, Sheamus is the heel. He's been fighting really. They've been pushing him a lot, but I gotta stick with Captain Charisma. So I'm going with Christian in that match versus Sheamus. And we have the Mask versus the Mask. Sin Cara versus Sin Cara. I think this is probably going to be the most athletic match and very interesting match because in terms of just athleticism on both parts of guys. And they both are high flyers. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they play off in the match and see amazing, incredible moves. And I think that kind of brings back the cruiserweight division and what WWE's been lacking over the last, I would say, maybe since they unified the light heavyweight title and the cruiserweight title, and since they got rid of that title completely. So it's been a long time since we've actually seen back and forth between high flying high flying man. And Rey Mysterio to me, I don't think is that much of a high flyer compared to the moves that Sin Cara can do and their athletic ability. So that's going to be to me should be the match of the night to see how those two duel it out. Sin Cara versus Sin Cara. The next match we have on the card is the World Heavyweight Championship match. Mr. Mark Henry versus Randy Orton in what we call Randy Orton's rematch clause of this is the Hell in a Cell. This is Mark Henry's first Hell in a Cell match. Mark Henry hasn't had experience in the Hell in a Cell. I'm not taking any of that into fact though. All I'm saying is WWE, do not drop the ball again. I'm telling you right now, do not drop the ball again and give Randy Orton the title because, like what happened last pay per view, I will have something to say. Another ball drop for another short title reign, which is ridiculous in my eye. So please do not drop the ball. I'm expecting Mark Henry to come out here with the win. I'm expecting Mark Henry to have a long title reign, up until at least Royal Rumble. It would be a good title reign for Mark Henry, or maybe even pushing it to South Beach and WrestleMania 28. So WWE, I'm telling you, do not drop the ball. Do not drop the ball again by giving Randy Orton the title. I understand he's your big marketing push. I understand that you want to see him at the top. He's the one who sells the seats, or you can market him better than Mark Henry. But it's going to be the same thing with John Cena that you're doing to the same thing you're doing with John Cena. You're going to do to Randy Orton, giving him back the title again. Nobody wants to see, in my opinion, I don't want to see Randy Orton with the title again. Don't get me wrong, I love Randy Orton. Randy Orton is to me the Viper. I love the whole gimmick. I love everything about him, but I just don't want to see him with the title. Give other guys opportunities, and I think this is a great the way they've been pushing and building up Mark Henry. It's key to have him continue having the title up until that point. So I'm going with Mark Henry. And last but not least, the triple threat for the first time ever triple threat match between CM Punk, John Cena, and Alberto Del Rio. Honest opinion, I do not. If I had to pick one wrestler to win this match, I would have to say Cena retains. I mean, it's very painful for me to say it because I don't like what they're doing with John Cena, but I don't see any other way that CM Punk is going to come out with this win. I don't see any way that I just don't see it happening. To me, it's just not going to happen. What I think is going to happen is John Laurinaitis, whoever it is, Hitchman or whatever he wants to call them, are going to come. Whether it's the Truth, the Miz, Kevin Nash, or whatever it is, they're gonna do an attack in the match, and they're gonna just throw everything off to a point where I think John Cena will come out with the win. He'll find some way, shape, or form to overcome the odds, as they like to say, for John Cena to come out with the win. So there you have it. I think John Cena wins that match. This has been a quick recap for a preview, I like to call, for tonight's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. This is the chosen one speaking on behalf of the Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Check tonight for my reactions to the pay-per-view, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. Enjoy the pay-per-view. I'm out.